you go.
See if this thing goes hot. So as it goes hot, let me welcome back everybody back to the first inning. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. It's gonna be some ranting, but I got Michael, I got Roger here today. But man, this is basically Black Friday gone wrong, right? Black Friday gone wrong.
Basically, and tomorrow's the deadline for the new CBA, and the Yankees haven't done a damn thing.
Nothing. I mean,
December 1st.
It was basically from Thanksgiving on. It was like a liquidation sale in Major League Baseball. Everybody was signing contracts like it was going out of style, and the Yankees weren't even in conversations with nobody. Unbelievable.
Only Verlander, that's it. There was some reason had a hard-on for Verlander, I don't know, but that was the only contract they offered. And it seems like since he turned them down, they haven't done shit since. They haven't done a damn thing. So, I don't know what they're doing.
Well,
Wow.
Completely.
I'll just step in real quick. I'm sorry about that. I'll be respectful. I just wanted to say that as of right now, there's some other Yankee shows like the Seminity Source, who is NYY News, agrees with you guys quite a bit, and is quite a bit upset about the Yankees' silence to begin the season. And then you have John Boy, where John Boy is saying it is still early, and the Carlos Correa is still out there, and
then you got Joseph McFly, who doesn't like what's going on either, but he's a bit of like he kind of like he doesn't like what's going on, but he's still not one of those Yankee fans that is like, I'm giving up on this team entirely, which I think you should, because this team isn't going to win the World Series for a very long time, maybe ever.
And the moves that have been made, we just announced them, is that Max Scherzer has signed a record deal with the Mets for $130 million for 3 years. And Mark Hanna has signed with the Mets, and Marcus Semien and Corey Seager have signed with the Rangers.
And don't forget Robbie Ray signed with the Seattle Mariners.
Exactly. He said that he would.
Mets also signed Sterling Marte and Eduardo Escobar.
Right. So there's a lot of pieces out. The Robbie Ray contract was $23 million a year, a $115 million contract. That would have been perfect to be a number 2 to Cole. The Yankees were not even in the discussion.
Wow.
No, and I just don't know what this team is doing. They're in the headlights right now. They're definitely like, this team is oblivious. They're oblivious, and they're asleep at the wheel. There's no way around it. I mean, the Yankees they needed 7 things in the offseason, and they haven't done a damn thing. They didn't get a shortstop. They didn't get a catcher. They didn't get a center fielder. 2 starters. They needed a reliever, and they haven't done a damn thing. I don't know where they're going from here.
First of all, how do you let a guy that doesn't want to play in New York, right, go and play in New York, in the New York Mets, and you telling me we could have got this guy? Are you kidding me?
That contract.
Come on.
That contract.
Man, we could have had. Look,
so for that matter,
Verlander. We could have had
BS.
We could have had Verlander, Scherzer, Robbie Ray, and Cole. Man, we would have had and then let's spend the money, because the tax line is going up allegedly after this arbitration, right, with owners, right?
And this was apparently the big year that the Yankees were going to go all out. Like
yes, exactly, exactly.
What a fluke that was.
Hello, exactly. They were saying, "Oh, we're gonna go big." The cash man. All bets are on, right? What happened?
Trashman, not Cashman. Trashman, that's his name, Mr. Brian Trashman. Trashman the Trash Can.
So you basically telling me that we're gonna go into next season with Aaron Hicks in center field. They're gonna find some bozo shortstop from somewhere. Because at this point, I don't even want Carlos Correa.
And Joey Gallo's going to come back another year.
Another year of that
nonsense. Even talking about trading Gleyber Torres anymore. I thought he was definitely getting traded 1,000%.
We can't.
And Luke Voigt. Why are we not even hearing about Luke Voigt?
Why is he
not in trade talks?
We can't. We can't trade them because that's all we have. That's all we have.
He's the only first baseman on the roster now.
He's the only one on the roster as his first baseman. So after him is Chris Gittens.
They just let Chris Gittens go, who I was very high on.
Oh, and they still have Anthony Rizzo. I don't know what they're going to do with Anthony Rizzo.
Rizzo is not coming back to the Yankees. Oh, you gotta be out of your mind to come to the Yankees.
I don't want Rizzo or Voit back. I want them to trade for Matt Olson. That's what I want them to do.
But the thing
I don't want either one of these guys back. Why the hell would you want to keep Luke Voit on the team? That guy's a bum.
Yeah.
And Aaron Hicks. What the hell? Why is he still here?
But
You know what pisses me off too? This is a little bit of like going back in time. Why in the hell did they not trade Clint Frazier and Andujar when they had trade value? They could have traded those guys for a big starting pitcher. I was looking for a blockbuster trade and they did shit. They did nothing.
You know what?
Now they have no value.
They just released him, and now Clint Frazier has signed a 1-year contract with the Cubs.
I know he got released, but why didn't the Yankees trade them when they had the value? They could have got a great pitcher in return. This was like
for nothing.
They should have traded when they had a chance. And Andujar shouldn't be on this team anymore. Where's Andujar?
He got Ellsbury'd. He's DFA'd somewhere. I don't know what the hell happened to Andujar.
He's still on the roster, but I don't think he's ever going to play ever again. But there's no value now. The Yankees just basically made all their value go down. There's no value for any of these guys. I don't think Aaron Hicks has any value. Luke Voit doesn't have value. Nobody does. And they said that Volpe and Dominguez is off limits. So then how the hell are they going to make a trade then? How are they going to make a trade if they're off limits?
Who are you going to get anyway for this type of merchandise? Who?
Yeah, if you want to trade for Matt Olson, you're going to have to include those guys. And if you want to trade for Ketel Marte, you're going to have to include those guys.
Marte is with the Mets.
He's gone.
Marte. No, not Marte. No. The other Marte. The Marte.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, if you want to trade for him, you're going to have to give up top prospects. And if you trade for Olsen, you're going to have to give top prospects. So the Yankees are going to have to bend over backwards and have to trade one of those guys for one of those two players. If they want to, because they're not going to get them unless they're not getting them unless they trade them. So they're going to have to bend over backwards for that. And
Michael, I just wanted to say, I'll just cut in real quick and say this, that once again, this is rumors, because everything with the Yankees is just rumors. There's nothing, going down. And that is that they have until 8 o'clock tonight to tender Gary Sanchez a contract.
Please let him go.
So the rumor is that they may make a trade, including Gary Sanchez and some prospects, for Cubs catcher Wilson Contreras, who is also an all-star.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, that would be very, very good. If they do that, that's a first step in the right direction. That's a start.
The Yankees are so stupid. They'll probably sign Gary Sanchez for $30 million.
And that's all it is.
Yeah, just talk. But if they do that, I just do not want to see this guy back on the team. I hope to God that they trade him. Trade him for a bag of balls. Do anything to get this guy out of New York. I do not want Gary Sanchez on this team. I do not want to see his mug back on this team next year. I do not want to see this guy. I don't want to see him. And you better trade freaking Luke Voit, too, and Aaron Hicks. This team has to make changes. And it starts with Gary Sanchez. He's got to be the first to go. And then there's also, you're hearing rumors and speculation that the Yankees are interested in Freddie Freeman, another rumor. That's not going to happen.
But why would he come here? Why would he want to? Why would you waste your time coming to the Yankees? Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would I go there?
Sign him, which they're not going to do, is they blow him out of the water, which they're not going to do. And now it pisses me off because the Yankees could have had Matt Scherzer. All that speculation and talk that he was not interested in coming to New York was BS. Because why did he go to the Mets for then? Didn't he say last year in a trade that he didn't want to waive his no trade clause to both New York teams? So then what the hell was that all about then? I thought he didn't want to come.
Steve Cohen blew him out of the water with a $46 million per year contract. That's money. He came,
then the Yankees. The Yankees could have blew him away too, but they just didn't want to. And they didn't vote for anything.
$46 million.
Wow, that's a lot, man. $46 million a year?
Yeah, but you want to win a championship. You want to win a World Series. It's been 13 years. You got to make these moves. The Yankees are not going anywhere. They're not even going to make the playoffs. This team is going to finish in last place. Mark it down. They're going to finish in 4th place or in last place. They are not making the postseason this year. There's no way in hell. There's too many good teams now. There's about 7 good teams in the league. You got 7 good teams: Houston, Boston, Rays, Toronto, Seattle, Chicago. The Yankees are there's no way in hell they're making the playoffs next year.
Yeah,
and on top of it, they didn't make
it.
any moves. There's no way they're making it.
I don't see it happening, man. They don't even give us a chance to win. They're not even giving us a chance.
They didn't do anything. Oh,
man.
big deal. They changed the coaching staff. They got rid of Phil Nevin, got rid of Marcus Thames. What is that going to do?
Nothing.
That's going to do nothing. They need to get players, too.
Nothing. I mean, we have no starting pitching.
No,
We have
and
nothing.
the starting pitching, which I thought was a main goal for them this year, until quiet, and they did nothing. Their rotation right now on paper is awful. You literally have a rotation of Garrett Cole, Luis Severino that's coming up with Tommy John surgery, Domingo Germán, who's up and down, he's terrible. Who else? Jordan Montgomery, and and Jamison Tyone, who has to
He's
go to
hurt.
rehab and not going to come back until late in the season. So, yeah, that's the current rotation right now. And Luis Hill, who I don't think they're going to even put in the rotation.
Nestor Cortez.
They don't know how to do that at the Yankees.
Nestor Cortez as well. He's gonna be there. So that's your three. That's your three.
That rotation is an abomination. There's no way in hell you're going to win a World Series with that rotation. The Yankees have to they have to do something
It'll
big
be
for
a
their
miracle.
rotation. There's no way. Now you're hearing grumblings. So listen to this. This is what makes me sick. They're talking possibly about bringing Tanaka back. Is this team on drugs? Seriously.
They're smoking crack over there in Monument Park, bro. I'm telling you, they're smoking crack.
Are they smoking the good crack or the bad crack?
They're smoking the good crack. I'm telling you, the good crack. That's the good crack.
That's just beyond that's beyond pathetic.
They're gonna bring back Tanaka.
First of all, this guy was terrible in Japan. He sucked, I heard, last year, and he got hurt. Why the hell would you want to bring a 33-year-old Tanaka back, who has not done anything for the Yankees for 7 years? Yeah, he's great in the playoffs, but what did he do the last 2 seasons in the playoffs? He
Nothing.
stunk. I don't want
Nothing.
him back. He's a number 3 starter. We want a number 1 or
He's
number
not
2.
a number 3. He's
They
a number
need somebody
5
behind
starter.
Garrett Cole.
He's a number 5 starter.
Let me put out the basic things the writers are talking about with the Yankees. At first, they started by saying, Cashman and Top Summer were saying they're going big and that they're going to be doing big things.
Yeah, they said they were going to go. Everything was on the table. What happened to that?
They could be blowing smoke up our butts. But now at this point, they don't know if the Yankees plan to go big or just be cost cutters again. And they have no idea. They had no idea what their plans are.
Why did they say they were going to go big this season, and now they just completely flip-flopped? Why did they lie to the fans? They said a month ago that they were going to go big. They were literally on everybody. They said they were going to make trades for first base. They were going to make a trade for center field. What happened to that? They said they were going to offer – well, they did offer Verlander contracts. He turned them down, so not really their fault. It seems like after the Verlander thing fell apart, everything fell apart with this team.
Yeah.
Notice that, right? Ever since Verlander turned down that contract, the Yankees have been very, very silent. They haven't done anything.
You know what? That's very right.
Talk about what's happening on December 1st at midnight, and that is that the collective bargaining agreement will end, and they will be without a contract between the players and the owners. Now, what they will have is a lockout will take place, and that is when the owners lock out the players. At that time, free agency signings will stop. Trades will stop. Players will not be allowed to use major league facilities, and all things will come to a stop because it will be owners locking out the players until they get a collective bargaining agreement. And the fight will be over money again, as the owners want to have, a reasonable CBA that is conducive to them and will work for them. And the players want to have more revenue sharing because revenues are increasing, but the players are not getting an increase in revenue. They are getting decreasing salaries. So
no excuses not to spend money. No excuses not to spend money and go big. The Yankees have not spent big money since they got Garrett Cole. Since then, they haven't done a damn thing. And answer me this question. If the Yankees were never serious about winning a World Series and going for it, why did they sign Garrett Cole to a $324 million contract then? If they didn't want to win the World Series, why did they lie in front of millions of fans and sign Garrett Cole and say, "Oh yeah, we want to win a World Series and we're signing Garrett Cole"? What was that all about then? Was that just a smokescreen?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What will happen
good
is
point. Very good point.
the contract will run out and everything will stop until they get a new CBA. So the Yankees were very quiet in the first half of this offseason, and then there'll be a dead spot. Let's hope it doesn't carry over.
I don't do anything.
Yeah,
I
but
was just trying to explain to you that if they are not serious about winning a World Series, and they should have never signed Garrett Cole, and they shouldn't have traded for Stanton. They're seriously worried about the luxury tax. When the Texas Rangers just spent $500 million on Marcus Semien and Corey Seager, and the Yankees are worried about luxury tax. Why are the Texas Rangers spending big? Why is the Seattle Mariners spending big? You're letting slow market teams beat you now, and the freaking Mets, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
They just gave Scherzer a massive contract. What are the Yankees doing?
The Tigers signed Javi Baez.
And the Tigers made a big splash. Why are the Yankees asleep at the wheel? What's their problem? Are they in collusion? Do the Yankees have are they in the same problem with the Mets when the Mets had the Madoff scandal? Are the Yankees not lying to the fans? Are they in some kind of Ponzi scheme?
No one has the answers to these questions. All you get from the Yankees is crickets.
They're worth $7 billion. The Yankees. Why are they acting like they're paupers? Why are they acting like they're a poverty team?
Steinbrenner is rolling in his grave right now. Steinbrenner is rolling in his grave.
They're worth $7 billion. Why are they acting like a poverty franchise? To answer that question, they are worth $7 billion.
That's right.
Why are they acting like they're a cheap team? Why do they want to save money every year?
That's right.
The Dodgers spend big. The Mets spend big. Texas Rangers spend big.
Everybody.
The Seattle. Why are the Yankees being a cheap organization? Why? Why did Hal Steinbrenner answer to the fans and just tell the fans the truth? They don't care about winning. Why are they so horrified to admit that to the fan base?
These are all good questions that have to be answered by Hal Steinbrenner, and Hal Steinbrenner always speaks.
They've had the same payroll. Yeah, they've had the same payroll since 2005. Why are they being cheap?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, I mean, we can make assumptions. Steinbrenner's revenues are going up. You know, he's
why does he care so much about revenue? Why doesn't he care about winning a championship? I don't understand this.
You know what Steinbrenner would say, right? He's not spending money because the prices of chicken went up. So to get that bucket of chicken,
why is he so infatuated with revenue instead of winning a championship? I don't understand this.
They're gonna.
Let me try to explain it. George Steinbrenner had a major passion for the Yankees. Al Steinbrenner does not have that same passion and runs it more as a business and making revenue for himself and enriching himself.
He's got to sell the team. Sell the team. Sell it to somebody that wants to win, because this guy's not cutting it. That's it. He's not it. He's not it. Hal Steinbrenner has to go. We will never win a World Series. You will never see the light of day of winning a World Series ever again. As long as this guy is the owner of the team, Brian Cashman is the GM, and Aaron Boone is the manager. And you got a team that had to upgrade their team. You knew they had to freaking make major changes, and they didn't do a damn thing. And we all knew this was coming. I kind of saw this coming. I knew that was just too good to be true, that they were saying they were going to make big moves and everything was on the table. They didn't do a damn thing. They had to make a lot of changes on this team, and they didn't do a damn thing. They needed to make 7 moves, and they didn't do anything. They had to upgrade their infield, their outfield, and get starting pitching, and even get a reliever. And they didn't do a damn thing.
They had it.
So are they really serious about running that the same team again?
They don't even have the same team. They have less.
Still time. Think about it. Carlos Correa is still out there, you know, and
I don't even care.
Correa is still out there. The Matt Olson trade could or could not happen. We don't know. They're so quiet. We don't know what they plan to do.
Well, the starting pitchers are all gone. Scherzer's gone. Robbie Ray's gone. Verlander is gone. Who's left? Kershaw. You want to sign Clayton Kershaw? Another guy with a question mark that has injury history.
Yeah, all the pitchers are gone, man.
Who are they going to sign? I mean, all the starters are gone. You want to sign Zach Greinke? I mean, who else is available for free agents?
Nobody.
And trades, what are they going to do for trades? If Brian Cashman just wants to hoard their prospects, how are they going to do trades?
I don't know.
They got nobody to trade neither.
We have no idea what they plan to do. They could you know, there was actually a rumor going on now, and you're going to love this one. You're going to explode, Michael, when you hear this, that, you know, instead of going for Carlos Correa at shortstop, or not even Andrew Simmons, they might try to trade for Chino Solapa.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. I was just going to say Didi, too, because there's rumors swirling around that they want to reunite with Didi. This organization, right now, they are beyond high. I think they are mentally challenged, this organization. I said this on separate occasions. No pun intended to people like that. Sorry. But this team has mental problems. I think they have a mental issue. I think Brian Cashman has a low IQ. He's not a smart general manager. He has to be a dumbass. Because for him to make these moves, and you don't want to go big, and you're a rich organization, you got to be mentally retarded.
This is bad.
He's a retard. Brian Cashman is sleep in the street. Why don't you go sleep in that stupid that sleeping bag? Because that's all you're good for, is sleeping in that sleeping bag area.
It's how controls the purse strings. You know,
it's over Brian Frankie. Everyone keeps saying, I heard people say that, oh, this is all Hal Steinbrenner's fault. He's the one preventing Cashman from making big moves. I think both of them take the cake. Right?
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that. Brian Cashman doesn't want to make shit. He doesn't want to make
two peas in a pot.
Both of their faults.
They're both two peas in a pot, man. Both two peas in a pot. And
they both don't want to move off their ass and make moves. I don't care what anybody says. Brian Cashman is the one. He's the puppeteer. He's the one. First of all, he's the owner of the team, as far as I'm concerned. Brian Cashman is the owner of the New York Yankees. Hal Steinbrenner has no pull. He's got no pull. He's the owner of the team, Cashman. He runs the team. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, that's what's hurting the Yankees, honestly. Him running this team.
He's the one that calls the shots. I don't know why everybody says Hal Steinbrenner is the one. What the hell? He doesn't even watch baseball. What the hell does he know about baseball, Hal Steinbrenner? He doesn't know his ass from his elbow. Do you think he knows anything about baseball? He doesn't know a damn thing about baseball.
Hal Steinbrenner controls some money.
Yeah, but I don't think he's the one that's telling Brian Cashman what to do. I think Brian Cashman is telling him, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're not going to spend big, we're not going to trade for a center fielder. Do you think Hal Steinbrenner is telling him not to do this and do that? I doubt it. I
don't know.
They gave him the green light.
Michael, what I'm trying to say is they're so quiet. We don't know what they're doing.
Well, what happened last offseason? Did they do anything last year? They didn't do anything last year. This is worse. This might be worse.
Yeah, but you gotta. The whole point. But you have to also understand too, they were not in conversations with these people. That's the point.
It was a lie. It was speculation. The fans were the ones that were speculating all these rumors and shit. It wasn't it was the fans that were speculating.
True.
And all you see from social media. It wasn't. They never said they were going to do anything. It was just speculation.
These bozos, man. These bozo Yankee guys that on these YouTube channels, man, making up these ideas.
Well, reporters and
that's
stuff.
The problem.
And fake news.
Yes,
that's
a lot
what
of
it was.
fake news.
It was a smoke screen.
A lot of these guys, these YouTube guys, right? They go, oh man, I got a text message from somebody telling me some information.
And Frank, tell me,
who the hell are you?
I think you'll give me a more definitive answer. If this team was not serious about winning the World Series, why in the hell did they sign Garrett Cole to a fat contract like that?
Yes.
I mean, come on, give me a break.
Yes. If I was Garrett Cole, Aaron Judge, I would be pissed off right now because they see the same thing we see.
If you signed Garrett Cole and traded for Stanton, you're serious about winning a World Series. Now, what the hell is this team doing in 2022? That was then.
Now, listen, right? Aaron Judge, he might not sign back with the Yankees now.
Well, after seeing
he might be out of here.
I don't know what's going to be.
Because why would you stay with a team that doesn't want to win? Why would you stay here?
Yeah.
Why would you come to the Yankees if you see the same thing we see, they see the same thing we see, and they talking the same thing we talking? Why would I go to the Yankees? For what? Why? Why would I go there?
I would not resign
For
back.
what?
I'm telling you, if I was him, I wouldn't resign back with this team.
No.
I would seriously I would want to sign somewhere else. I want to trade the hell out of here because this team disgraced everybody, and they're showing it again. And I told you guys, I think was it last month, that this would be the last opportunity for the Yankees this year to win a World Series and go big in the offseason. And this was a really good free agent year for them to do that, and they didn't do anything. Now you know for sure that they're not going to win. And they're going to lose again next year. And they possibly won't even make the playoffs.
See,
I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs.
But you see, I could understand if they were in trade talks with Verlander and all these people that they mentioned, right? But there was no no talk with them at all. Like, so what? So,
No.
like, what are they doing? Like, what? Like, you know, they have the money to buy these guys. Come on, man. You know they got the money to buy these guys.
They could have gotten Verlander and Scherzer.
And
You know what their payroll currently stands at right now? It's only $200 million. Well, I mean, are they serious? That's all their payroll is. Why they could easily sign 3 or 4 or 5
yeah, but
guys.
they couldn't even.
They don't want to do it.
They could have broke the piggy bank on it and still made out money.
Yeah.
They could have
The
still
Mets,
made out.
I think currently right now, the Mets have, I think they have the second highest payroll. The Yankees now dropped to 3. The Mets have a higher payroll than the
How the
Yankees
hell we
currently
have a-
right now. How pathetic. How pathetic is that?
How the
pathetic is that?
hell is the Yankees payroll number 3 in MLB when the team sucks? And like I said
I don't
before,
know. It shouldn't even be 3, right? It should be like 10th. It shouldn't even be 3, right? It's pretty embarrassing.
but hold on.
Pretty billion. You know how much money the Mets spent? They never spent money like this. They spent $250 million. You know what the Yankees
The
spent
richest
this
owner in
season?
baseball.
Huh?
They've got the richest owner in baseball. He's worth
I know that. I understand. Yes, I understand. Understandable. But this is still the New York Mets. The Mets are still never go anywhere. They never make the playoffs every year. I understand Cohen is a great owner. He's like, apparently they're comparing him to George Steinbrenner. I wouldn't go that far. But yes, you knew this guy was going to spend big. But at the end of the day, they're still the New York Mets. And the Mets never make it to the playoffs. I still think we're getting Scherzer. It's not guaranteed they're going to make it, because what if one of those two guys blow their arm out, DeGrom or Scherzer? But, kudos to them. They'll probably be a hot commodity, and they're going to be interesting to watch. I don't think they're going to win no championship, but at least they're trying, the Mets. The Yankees are not even trying. They put together the best
They have
ones
a
who comes in
chance.
all
That's the
baseball with
point.
DeGrom and Scherzer. The Yankees are not even trying. They're not even attempting to win. They don't even want to win.
Up to this point, what happens, you guys, is first of all, Hank and Hal said they were going big, and then the writers, talk to different people who say this may be in the works, that may be in the works, and then a bunch of rumors go on. In the meantime, Cashman, you get crickets out of Cashman. Cashman is saying nothing. And
He always does.
the writers have to have something to write about. So that's how this stuff gets in the paper.
Well, somebody made up false accusations. Somebody made up false rumors about the Yankees spending big, because they didn't do a damn thing. And this is exactly how I pictured their offseason. And I dread every single offseason now, because I know they do absolutely nothing. Last year was bad, but at least they made some moves. I don't even think they're going to make one, and they're going to make these shit moves. They're going to go for Simmons. I'm hearing now they want Simmons. Are they crazy? They want
I know.
Simmons back.
To get Andrelton Simmons, they should have just kept Tyler Wade.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Wade is an improvement over Andrelton Simmons.
Sure.
Yeah, and also that guy in the Texas Rangers they were talking about in the trade. What's his name? Ian? Why do they want him? He's terrible.
Cost cutting. They probably give him, $600,000 a year.
For all that, we should have kept Odor.
I'm completely just lost for words with this team. They just lost a fan in me. I really they went from a rich organization buying a World Series every year to not wanting to do anything. I don't get the theory of this. What is the Pittsburgh Pirates also going to spend $600 million too? I mean, the Yankees have to answer a lot of questions to a lot of people. They can't just sit there and just lollygag and hide in the dark, because a lot of fans want to know what this team is going to do. And if they're going to hide and do their little duck and dodging shit, they're going to get completely lynched. They better do something quick, this team, because I like to see them get lynched.
One player is not going to solve it.
Gary Sanchez, they have an 8 o'clock to do something with them.
Wednesday night.
Free agent, and they walk.
Please,
and they get nothing for
the
him.
love of God, I mean, at least, please get rid of Gary Sanchez for the freaking least. The least they could do is let Gary Sanchez go for starters. I mean, it's a good step in the right direction.
After 8 o'clock this evening, they'll get nothing for him.
I mean, I trade him for a bag of balls. I just want him out of this. I just want him gone. Yes, I want an upgrade. I want a guy that's better than him. But, I mean, Wilson Contreras may be a tremendous upgrade over Gary Sanchez. I don't know if you're going to see that happen, though. But if they could just trade this guy the hell out of New York.
They can't trade him. They can't trade him now because his contract is up. So he has to get signed as a free agent. They have to just release him.
Well, he's not going to get re-signed with the Yankees. The Yankees are not going to sign him to a contract. The guy's been terrible now for the last 4 years. He's been terrible, Sanchez. This guy is completely terrible. You know he's been horrible for so long now. He sucked for the last 4 seasons. I don't want this guy back. How many more times are you going to keep seeing Gary Sanchez? We know this guy completely sucks. He's trash. It's time to say goodbye to him. He hits low for average every single year. He's a horrible defensive catcher. He's a horrible offensive catcher. He's terrible. At least let him go. And I want to see the rest of these guys. Luke Voigt, Hicks. That's a start in the right direction at least. But they still have a lot of holes to fill. They have like potholes to fill. They have like a tremendous amount of things to do. But seeing him gone will make me feel a little at ease, you know, because he's like got too much baggage. I think he just makes this team worse.
We're doomed.
Defensively, if you saw all those plays he made last, he was terrible.
The Yankees are doomed, man. They're doomed. They're not gonna win like that.
They're in a lot of trouble, man. They're in hot water. They're skating on thin ice right now.
Steinbrenner, the father, he used to buy 1 or 2 big name players every year.
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
And gradually,
Garrett Cole was like, you know what Garrett Cole was? Garrett Cole was a mirage. They completely shocked the whole baseball world and signed Garrett Cole. Hal Steinbrenner wanted to be like his father. He wanted to prove all the fans wrong and be like the dad. And he had his, he had his 10 minutes of, 5 minutes of fame.
He should be disgraced.
And he signed him.
He should feel ashamed of himself the way he's treating the team now. You know, he should jump off a bridge, this guy, because he don't even know what the hell he's doing. His father's rolling in his grave right now. His brother is rolling in his grave right now. Okay?
Yeah, his brother was I think would have made a way better owner than Hank Steinbrenner. It was more like the father, Hal Steinbrenner.
Because when the Yankees won that World Series in 2009, it was the brother handling the team.
Okay, another thing I wanted to bring up. It's a good thing this rant is going to continue. And we talked about this too, Frank. Not you, Roger. So you're not involved. Don't worry. I'm not putting you on the Yankee fan, kiss ass list. But yeah, I blame other Yankee fans for the reason why this team does not have a World Series championship in 13 years, because the fans do not speak out. They do not speak their mind to the front office, and they don't tell them that we want a World Series championship.
Yes.
You guys better do something, or we're going to leave, and we're not going to support your team. I blame the Yankee fans, and I think they're a big part of why we don't have a championship now, because they don't speak their mind, and they're brainwashed. Okay, the Yankee fans are brainwashed. They feed into this bullshit what Hal Steinbrenner is doing, and they go along with it when other fans would never ever tolerate this from other teams. You think the Met fans would tolerate Will Pond? You think the Texas Ranger fans would tolerate shit? You think Seattle Mariners fans would tolerate losing? All these fan bases would not tolerate the teams losing. Only Yankee fans would. They don't even speak their mind of how they feel about the team losing for 13 years. Why don't they write letters to Cashman and Steinbrenner and say, well, if you guys don't do something, we're going to leave or else. They don't. It's their fault that we don't have a World Series because they go along with the organization.
And they don't speak up because they want those little gifts that the Yankees give them. All these YouTubers kissing their ass just to get up in the luxury box for a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm so sick.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to cut in real fast and say, did you happen to catch some of the source that I sent you? Because he was saying the same thing that Michael was saying, that the fans should stop buying the merchandise and go to the games.
Yeah, they got to stop. I think they should go on strike. I think they should boycott the team. I was telling Frank that a little while ago. I think we should boycott this team and prove to them, to show them that we don't care until they go out and buy a winning team and a World Series team and buy a World Series. Until then, I would not support this team. I wouldn't go to the games. The stadium should be empty. They should empty the stadium. They shouldn't go to any games anymore until they put a winning product on the field. It's mandatory.
They're going to lose. Michael, I've already got the season all bought and paid for next year.
Well, you're a real diehard Yankee fan, but I'm sorry, the Yankee fans, most Yankee fans don't believe this bullshit that's going on.
Understand one thing.
We don't buy into this shit.
But understand one thing. That one Yankee fan that went to 20 games every year, now because of this, they'll probably only go to 5 games this year. You understand what I'm saying? Because who wants to go to a stadium?
Dreadful. Okay, you know how bad the Yankees were last year? What did they win? 92 games. You know how bad they were. They made it from the skin of their teeth. They didn't even deserve to make the playoffs last year. Do you realize it came down to one game? And it came down to the last game of the season. That's how they got into the playoffs. That's how bad it was. It never went down to the wire of the last.
They won more games than the Braves, who won the World Series.
And the Braves won the World Series. And that's not disgraceful for the Yankees.
But let me say one thing, though.
The Braves.
Right, let me say one thing.
Right.
I truly think Hal Steinbrenner is taking a page out of John Dolan's book, The Owner of the Knicks. James Dolan. Yeah. He's taking a page out of there because listen, the Knicks.
The Wilpons too.
Right, but listen,
don't forget the Dallas Cowboy GM. Look the Dallas
That's
Cowboy
another
GM
one.
up. He is a spitting. If you could get him up, if you could bring him up right now, look him up. He is the GM of the Dallas Cowboys. He is a spitting image of Brian Cashman.
Yeah.
Spitting image.
Yeah.
Their ownership, Dallas Cowboys, are a spitting image of the Yankee organization.
They're horrible.
Almost
too. They're horrible too. But listen, right?
Okay.
Now, right? James Dolan, right? How do you have the Knicks, the worst team in the NBA, but you make the most money in revenue every year? How is that possible? Just like the Yankees now. The Yankees now are going to be the worst team in the league, and they make the most revenue. How is that possible? And they don't care. Because
you have a bozo as an owner and a general manager. There you have it. You got two low lives that don't care, and they're two degenerates. And they don't care about the team, and they care more about revenue. And then look what's happening. That's the whole thing in a nutshell.
But and for example, look what's happening. Same thing in baseball and basketball. The the Brooklyn Nets got all the players over there. They got a championship team on their spot over there.
And the Knicks got nobody. That's it. They want to win. They have a young owner and a young general manager. Big difference.
The Mets.
Big difference.
The Mets have all the players on their team waiting to win a championship. The Yankees, nobody. Nobody.
I don't know about I wouldn't go as far as saying that, but I think the Mets definitely are more hungrier. I think they want to win a World Series more than the Yankees, and I think they're trying to win. They're attempting. The Yankees aren't even trying. The Yankees are throwing the towel and telling everybody that they don't care about winning. Yeah, the Mets look like they want to win a World Series. It's obvious. You have Scherzer and DeGrom in your rotation. Yeah, I mean, there's no surprise, there's no shock. But the Mets always do what the Mets do best. I mean, look, come on. Look what happened last year. They were 90. What they have the division by 90 days, and they blew it. And the Braves took over. So let's see how that pans out, because the Mets always do this and they lose. Remember what happened in 2006 when they made all those big moves? Carlos Delgado, Pedro Martinez, Carlos Beltran, LaDuca. So I'm not buying into that just yet, but they got to get to the playoffs first.
I don't care who they bring to the team. No matter what, they don't have no pitching, man, and they're not going to go nowhere far with this pitching.
The Yankees'
man.
pitching is
period. Because listen, after this 5-man rotation, whatever the crap they have there, once they get hurt, they have nobody to replace these guys. No farm system.
No, and another thing too, I also don't like hearing these other people excuses. Another thing I didn't like hearing too. This is the New York Yankees. Everyone was saying, "Oh, don't be worried because it's too early yet, and you still have till the winter meetings." And yeah, listen to me. And everybody was telling me too, "Oh, go look at the Dodgers. They didn't do anything yet. The Red Sox didn't do anything yet.
Yeah, because they have everybody.
Nationals. Yeah, but this is the New York Yankees, though.
Yes.
I don't care the Texas Rangers but the Yankees are the Yankees. You don't make all these small market teams beat you out. That's embarrassing. Now the Seattle Mariners they just freaking punked you out. You let the Texas Rangers punk you out. That's embarrassing.
Yes, man. It's sad. It is embarrassing, man. And Brian Cashman and the whole thing should be ashamed of themselves.
To wrap this up, I'm going to say that even after what you just said, Michael, I'm going to say that I'm going to wait and see what happens with the CBA and the strike, and if by February 10th the Yankees have done nothing, then I'll have a cow.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, you know what? I don't think I don't need to wait that long to see that they're not going to do anything because it's already proof in the pudding that they're not going to do anything. February 10th, you really want to wait all the way till Valentine's Day if they're going to do anything. If they don't do anything by Christmas, this team is this team's completely washed and they're done. If they don't do anything from now till Christmas time, they're completely finished.
I think
they should be locked out all that time for all we know. We have no idea how long this lockout is.
Well, then they should. Then they have to make a move now before 8 o'clock. Whatever you said the deadline is. They better do something now at least. They better make a move and save face. At least trade for Pat Olson to make it look good. And they have a lot more moves where that came from.
I understand how you guys feel, no doubt about it.
It's sad.
I'm sorry, but I'm just on a completely different, I'm a completely different level. I just don't believe that this team's going to do anything. They're not going to do anything. They just can't. It can't be possible now. They made too many of these free agents go. I mean, Frank, what do you feel about this, man? Do you really think this team's going to do anything after what they just did?
Listen, you look, all the great players, man, that you wanted under your Christmas tree are gone, man. So the Yankees have no chance. I don't care if they bring Carlos Correa or whoever idiot they bring.
Yeah,
the Yankees are finished, man.
What is Carlos Correa going to do, really? What is he going to do, though?
They have no chance. At least if we could have got somebody big, we could have had a chance. At least we would have had hope. You know, you giving us hope by getting somebody big. But you didn't give us no hope. And if you look at the free agents from now till 2024, 25, the Yankees are totally screwed. I don't even want to go into spring training right now. I don't even want to go.
Okay, listen. This was supposed to be their 2009. This was supposed to be the 2009 off season to them, and they didn't do anything. They were all talking, no action. 2009, they got things done. They signed CeCe, they signed AJ Burnett, they signed Teixeira, and they re-signed Pettit, and they won a World Series. This team, they did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Man. You know who had a 2009 season? The Mets did.
Black Friday gone wrong, man. It was Black Friday gone wrong, man. For real, they slept home. Yeah. You know, they had some turkey and stay home.
Telling all the fans that they're going to do something and they're going to go out and spend big when they didn't do absolutely nothing. They did nothing. They lied to everybody. Flip-flopped. Said that everything was on the table. What's on the table? What they put on the table? Would they put a napkin on the table? What would they put on the table?
Not only have they missed Black Friday, they didn't even do nothing on Cyber Monday.
They didn't do anything.
There's really not too much more to say as of right now. You guys have been proving right, and all we can do is just wait and see.
You can't be. I'm sorry, but you can't support. You can't. You have to have answers for why this team doesn't spend money, and the Texas Rangers do, and the Seattle Mariners do. You got to have an answer for all. We need those. They don't want to answer any of these questions. Why did they sign Garrett Cole to a massive contract that they were never serious about winning a World Series? Why did they trade for Stanton? If this team, this wasn't all that supposed to live up to a championship, weren't those guys supposed to be the final pieces to the puzzle? Why did they sign these guys? And now how come they don't want to make a move for Ketel Marte? Why don't they want to trade for Matt Olson? Why don't they want to trade for a starter? Well, why did they sign Cole and Stanton? Why? What was the point of that then? Just to get everybody excited for nothing?
It's horrible, man.
Just to have them? Or they just want to have them on the team just to say, oh, we're not cheap? Was that the reason why? Just so they could shut up the fans saying that they're always cheap all the time? Is that why they did that? Was that the whole reason?
Horrible, man.
I don't know. I don't have the answers to these questions.
This is bad,
because there was no reason for that. No reason for that at all. It seems like they just wanted to have Cole just for a silver in the air.
If I was Garrett Cole,
they had him.
If I was Garrett Cole and all that, I would be cursing these guys out, man. I'll be telling them to go, you know what, go F yourselves. And I'm going to be on this team, but go F yourselves, because you know what? You know, I'll speak out as a player.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what's going on?
Most of these Yankee fans that accept this bullshit are all these millennial fans. I told you this. It's mostly all these young fans that have not seen championships, that know anything about baseball, and they're okay with the Yankees do right now.
They think,
because as far as I'm concerned, the Yankees are the most cheapest team in sports history after what they just proved this offseason.
Yeah, man. It's true, man. But it's true, man. It's bad, man. These Yankee fans think that Jordan Montgomery is our savior and all that. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, they always use the excuse, and Didi Gregorius and Tanaka is going to reunite with the Yankees.
Are you kidding?
That'll make me sick to my stomach. If that happens, you might as well just jump off a cliff.
Those are Yankee fans that smoke crack, man, or something, because you got to be out of your mind. Out of your mind to be thinking that. You know?
Yeah, you know what's good enough for the Yankees? A playoff appearance. That's it. To them, that's just what's good. Making the playoffs and losing in the playoffs. Not winning a World Series, not winning a pennant. Making the playoffs and losing in the playoffs. That's their World Series for them. That's what they care about, and that's all they care about.
And you know,
what about what Brian Cashman said?
And you know, too, they're going to lose.
Fans.
They're going to lose the fans because if you're going to have a crappy team on the field, and then you're going to up the prices in beer and buckets of chicken and all that.
And once again, Michael K.
And the chicken price. He's an ass kisser.
Michael K could also shove it.
The hell with Michael K,
Michael
man.
K could also shove it. Another Yankee ass kisser.
Yeah.
Instead of defending them.
So why he talks crap about them the whole year on his show ESPN, and now he's babying them now. What kind of crap is that?
He's pacifying him because he doesn't want to get fired. I'm so sick of this shit. Bring Mike Francesa back. I miss Francesa. I wish Francesa could come out of retirement. He would be ripping this team limb from limb. He would be ripping them to shreds. He'd be ripping them. He would be ripping them to pieces.
Mike Francesa, Francesa has a show still, doesn't he? Didn't he come back?
No, he's retired, but he's active on Twitter, but he doesn't have a show. But I know right now, if he had a show, he'd be ripping the Yankees completely apart. He'd be saying that this team's absolutely going nowhere.
Because he came out of retirement. Wait a minute. He came back from retirement and started another Mike Francesa show. He came back from retirement.
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
Oh, so he quit that too?
He retired twice.
Oh.
Yeah, he retired, man.
Oh, man. He was the best, though, man. He was the greatest.
Yeah, he was. Well, I would love for him to come back again.
I would love to hear what he would say with this.
Yeah. He should do like a podcast or something.
Oh, man. Just to hear him rant.
I don't want to listen to these other assholes, Michael K. and all these joke-offs on these Yankee shows because they sound like idiots. But they sound like idiots defending the Yankees when this team hasn't won a World Series in 13 years. And I don't care that they signed Garrett Cole. But if they signed Garrett Cole, why don't they go finish the job and go buy the World Series?
Exactly.
And stop being a cheap team and stop grow some balls. Exactly. Go out there and spend money. I'm tired of this crap.
Exactly, man. Absolutely, man. You got it right on. But anyway, I guess we can end it here, man. And we'll be back on Friday, man.
Not much more you can say.
Nah, we'll
Well, yeah, we did cover mostly everything. All I got to say is one more thing to the front office and to the Yankee fans: stop going along with the front office, whatever they say, and accepting this whole thing of the Yankees never spending money. We haven't won a World Series in 30 years. Go out there, speak your mind, and make your voice be heard, and say how you feel about this team. Boycott the team. Don't go to games. Make them starve. And the Yankee front office, they could go stick it where the sun doesn't shine.
Word.
Because they don't want to win a championship.
You've made your point clear, Michael.
Word.
Yeah.
Word, I agree.
I was waiting a long time to say that.
I concur.
Brian Cashman, Hal Steinbrenner, and Aaron Boone, you guys could seriously, just drop dead. A little harsh, but
not figuratively, not reality. Not.
Yeah, I know. Well,
yeah, these guys. Yeah,
I'm fed up with the organization. I really hate them right now. I really hate them with a passion. They make me really sick.
This is the worst off season ever.
What I'm going to say to wrap it up is that I know it looks like doom and gloom now, and you guys have been proven right up to this point. They have done nothing, and we don't know what they plan on doing. But I don't really have a choice. I've already got myself set for next year. I'll be going and visiting with Peter Palmer. I really look forward to it. And all we can do is just see what happens with the lockdowns and what happens. Yeah. That's all you can do.
You could accept. You could accept being. You could accept the Yankees putting out a horrible product on the field every single year and never winning a World Series. I hope that you're happy because the Yankees will never ever win a World Series ever again. So I hope that's something you're going to be okay accepting because I'm not.
Not much I can do about it.
Yeah.
No, we could do something about it. Just don't support them and boycott the team.
That's hard to do.
I'm stuck with them. Like it's a bad narrative.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to be stuck with them. You could be a fan, but you don't have to watch the games. I mean, you have to show Hal Steinbrenner that the Yankee fans want a winning product on the field. As long as you keep going to Yankee games and supporting them, they're never gonna win a championship.
I really I really want to make a sign and stand in front of Yankee Stadium and take a picture with it. It says, "Why am I buying Yankee tickets? For what? For what?
Yeah, seriously.
Why am I buying a ticket?" Because
and these fans, Roger, I know you're an old school Yankee fan, but these Yankee fans of today, the younger generation, they don't care about winning championships. They're the type of fans that accept Steinbrenner and Cashman as in charge of this team when they shouldn't. Aren't you embarrassed the Texas Rangers spent $500 million? Isn't that embarrassing? That's like the equivalence of the Washington Wizards outspending the Los Angeles Lakers. You think that would be tolerated in any other fan base?
What I'm saying is, see, I'm a guy that didn't grow up wealthy or have a lot going for myself, and I'm happy to have what I can get, and I keep low expectations. I expect, I hope for the best, and that's all I can do. I'm not someone that is entitled.
Well, when you make your voice heard, sometimes they will listen sooner or later because they, sooner or later this front office has to wake up. I know they can't do this forever.
Roger,
as I said earlier, Hal just simply does not have the passion that George has. We all know that, and he treats this like a business. And
I don't know why. Then he should have signed. Yeah, okay, yeah, but why did he sign Garrett Cole then? Because I thought that signing Garrett Cole means a World Series. You said that they run it like a business. Then why did they sign Garrett Cole?
Yeah, it's
for nothing.
What's the point of that?
They signed them for nothing.
You'd have to get inside his head.
They signed them for nothing.
I mean, that was supposed to mean that they wanted to win the World Series.
You know why they signed Garrett Cole? I'm gonna tell you why. They signed Garrett Cole to sell you a dream so they can sell tickets. That's why they signed Garrett Cole. That's why they signed him.
I thought Garrett Cole was brought here to win them a championship. And then this trash. That's what I thought he was brought here.
That was the lie, bro. For you to buy the ticket for next year.
Oh, yeah, they lied to the fans. You know what they brought Garrett Cole here for? They brought him here just so we could be a collection of the team. That's it.
He was a marketing tool. He's a marketing tool. That's what he's here for. Oh, Garrett Cole.
That's what Stanton is too. And that's what Stanton was brought here to be just a collection of the losing team. And Stanton is actually looking better than Garrett Cole. I hate to say it, but Stanton, his contract looks better than Garrett Cole's contract right now. It does.
It's true, man.
I know you guys. I'm going to sign off now and get some dinner.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. You guys have a good night.
Well, I said what I wanted to say. It was a great show. Thanks for the support and the content.
Oh yeah, you're a valuable part of the show, Michael. We like you're the opinionated one that really comes on heavy duty and strong. You have a lot.
Yeah, I'm the hardcore one. I know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But DX, I'll give you a call a little later. Okay.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye bye.
All right, have a good one. I'm going to get out of here myself, man. It was good talking, man. But
so before we close out, Frank, what do you have to say? Because I already made my point. What do you have to say to the front office and the rest of the Yankee world? What do you want to give your last word of advice to this whole what do you call it, the charade that's going on?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, man. All these YouTube wannabe yes men.
Yeah.
The hell with them, because they're all a bunch of idiots. And then the whole, front staff should be fired. I don't put these people on blast either.
But Joe McFly and John Boy, even though they are saying what we're saying, because every Yankee fan is speaking out the way they feel. You can't disagree. We're all in the same. We all love the same team. We have the same passion. We're all pissed off at Joe's. But those guys still kiss the Yankees' ass.
Yeah.
Because Joe McFly and John Boy are Yankee fanboys. They're still going to support this team no matter what.
Yeah, because they do that so they get free tickets to go to the luxury box for Cashman.
Yeah,
that's why they do that.
They're Yankee, what do you call them? Marks. They call them marks. Those are fans that will defend the team even though of their shortcomings.
And they don't even have
the team no matter what.
I mean, John Boy, he does his videos of the lip talking and all that, but I mean, other than that, they don't even make great content. It's not like they're like.
Yeah, I mean.
you know.
I respect Joe's McFly. I'm not really a fan of John Boy that much. I like Joe's McFly, but he's another one. He wants to see the Yankees, go out and spend big, but at the end of the day, he's going to still say that the Yankees are amazing and they're the greatest thing in the whole world and they're going to win the World Series. I'm not that type of fan. I'm a realistic fan.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I've been on a show a couple of times. I didn't go on a show, but I used to be part of his clan, like his subscribers. And you comment, say anything negative about the Yankees, they boot you off the show. They boot you off they kick you off the
really?
chat thing. There's like a chat thing that you could comment on. And yeah, if you say anything negative about the Yankees, you automatically get cut off. I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, you can't voice your opinion. The Yankees have not been relevant for 13 years.
That's
I mean,
true,
give me
man.
a break.
See,
me and you speak more like we're fans.
This team, I try to look at it like a general manager. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is our team. What can we do? But these guys don't look at it like that. They just want to get the big name. Oh, Freddie Freeman, he's the biggest name. We got to get him here. Like, it's not always about that, too. Then the guy sucks.
No, it isn't all about that, but this team really had to have a big offseason to get right back into the thick of things, and they did nothing. And
that's the bottom line.
I told you the way I feel about them.
That's the whole point.
And they proved you.
That's the whole point, man, that they did nothing. That's the point. That they did nothing on these big names that they could have broke the bank on. They could have broke the bank. They would have made that money back next year. Or the year after. They would have made all that money back. But they could have got all these guys, man. That's what sucks.
And they're so afraid of going over the luxury tax. It's beyond me. They're so afraid when the Texas Rangers went over it, and the freaking Mets went over it, and the freaking and the other teams, Seattle Mariners went over it. Even the Detroit Tigers made it. Signed Javi Baez. They even went over it. The Yankees don't want to go over it though. They're so afraid going over it.
I don't know.
Pathetic.
Man. It is pathetic, man. But anyway, let me sign off. I'm out of here.
All right, man.
I'm gonna go get something to eat. And
have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too. I'll see you on Friday, man. I'll be back on Friday to see what happens with the rest of this.
Hopefully they maybe do something. Maybe they'll pull off a move.
Well, let's see what happen with this deadline. Yeah, man. Let's see what happened with this deadline. Gary Sanchez. There's a few things that still we have to talk about.
Yeah.
So anyway,
all right, man.
Let me I'll talk to you later. And let me thank everybody for watching. Devin Adams, if you're still on here, thank you for watching for this long. And please like, share, subscribe if you've been here this long. And yeah, man. If you're gonna boycott the Yankees, boycott them, because that's why I make YouTube videos, so you can see them on YouTube and you can still go to the game like if it was there on my show. So long, everybody.